Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Katt Williams.
What are you doing, Sparrow?
Let's talk about it. So, we all seen the infamous Katt Williams video, the interview that was going on, and woo.
To get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole and never has sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't.
I have never seen so many celebrities coming out of the woodwork and actually try to defend themselves without actually proving that what Katt Williams was saying was actually a lie.
Next, and Benjamin, of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is honest God true. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as
it's not looking too good for Kevin Hart, and I'm concerned. Ever since Katt Williams has went on Club Shay Shay yesterday and exposed everything that have to do with comedians in the industry, Kevin Hart fan base has completely switched on him. Now Kevin Hart responded in a tweet. He didn't deny any of the allegations. He didn't say he was lying. He just told him he's a hater and he need to get it out his heart. And Kevin Hart fans went mad. As y'all can see, Kevin Hart fans, they taking matters into their own hands. You even got some saying now, you maturing and realizing Kevin Hart was never funny. Now I gotta be honest with y'all. When I was in middle school, everybody was saying Kevin Hart lines. I'm sorry. He called Kevin Hart a plant. He brought up Kevin Hart wearing a dress, everything. And Kevin Hart's response was he's simply mad and he's just a hater. And people not going for it. Some people notice they calling him a hater, but ain't nobody saying he lying. Kevin Hart had a chance to clear his name. The video almost got 10 million views, but he decided he gonna take the opportunity to promote his movie. One thing I'm noticing, Kevin Hart don't want no smoke with Katt Williams. I guess it's safe to say everything Katt Williams said was the truth.
For all these people that think that Katt has turned the world on its axis about Kevin, knock it off. Turn the volume down. Kevin is just fine. And again, those people saying that negative shit about Kevin were never fans to begin with. But you let people tell it, average Joes who now have power because of the phone and the platform. Oh, we must, Katt exposed the Illuminati. We must stop giving our money to these devil worshippers. We must take our power back. What power? You're not that serious. You're not that important. Stay in your lane.
We have Ludacris. Listen, Ludacris can rhyme and everything like that, right? But this dude haven't made an album for like, God knows how long. He even got Ludacris into the studio to try to defend himself. Like, hey, I've never left a party, you know, with a dude. I always left with bitches.
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you.
Never been Illuminati, only a Lutinati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party.
And he talked about a lot of things, and to me, it exposing the industry, which has been something that's been going on for way too long. And he had been blackballed for his perspective, or actually what he actually have seen, whether it's Diddy's party or all the other places where he been blackballed to the industry. That's
I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
Here's the thing I don't like about the internet, right? Is the fact that, like, when you first exposing something, right? First exposing the truth about something, and they first label you crazy,
saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or who you is. TGJ, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I told y'all before, the higher elites made the media make him look crazy because he didn't want to take their route. When you take a different route, they make you look crazy. Oh, you think I'm playing?
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
And they get irritated, they shut you down. And then when the truth became so freaking obvious to everyone else, then everybody come out and then act like they believed you in the first place, or act like they were saying the same thing as you were. Now, there are like some of the keynote that he actually talked about. When one of them was about when he mentioned all these celebrities with a light skin or white woman wants to get to a certain top tier level and stuff, right?
If you sign up for their program, you get a light skin, weird face wife that never do an interview.
Oh, man,
Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
And the funny thing about that is a lot of time, right, when these people are up on that level and they use these women to control them, kind of like what's that CIA project thing? Or like kind of like their handler, right? And the funny thing about like the general population, right? The general population who's anti-interracial, anti-blah, blah, blah, right? They don't even realize that these so-called wives are used in a way to, whenever it's possible, they can actually garner or they can actually destroy the man's career if he step out of line, or can use as a tool of negotiation. For instance, when you have someone like Jonathan Mayer, right? So then this guy, Jonathan Mayer, I know a lot of you guys are celebrating, yes, this is what happened when you date a white woman, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But this guy, now in order for him to get work in Hollywood, he would have to accept a lower salary, a lower contract, all because now his reputation is ruined. If you take a guy like this baseball player in the Dodgers, right? The one who got falsely accused by this chick. And then he at that time, he had $100 million contract. He was negotiating, and that evaporated to the point that he had to play in Japan. But that's another video I'm going to make later on and stuff. So all of these things to expose the industry, see how it goes. And when you're talking to normies, when you're talking to people that don't know what the hell's going on, so they think like they're participating in a game that, you know, whenever something bad happened to one group of people, be like, yes, we're winning, blah, blah, blah. That's what you get. And it's all of this is very uncalled for. All of this is very sad, because you live in your life based on someone else's happiness, and the fact that when they are unhappy or when they encounter something that is terrible, you rejoice in that because you felt like that person made a wrong choice when it comes to dating or marriage or something like that. But in reality, these people don't really have any much control over what's going on in their dating life. It's all about a marketing scheme. It's all about like a projection. It's all about like an image, right? And to which we buy into, and we get so heavily invested about who's screwing a white woman, who's screwing a light-skinned woman, who doesn't like dark women, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And one of the things that also Katt Williams pointed out to was like wearing a dress.
And everyone loves it.
Well, except Conventionate is doing the Dougie.
Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
I wore a dress on SNL because I thought it was funny. I made that decision. Nobody made it for me. I am my own boss.
There was a recent controversy online. I know you don't spend all your time online about Kevin Hart wearing a dress in the SNL skit. And Dave Chappelle spoke about that as a comedian. Black actors are always, you know, being asked to wear dresses. Have you ran into that? And what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that people put out there about that?
Well, thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
There was a recent controversy
taking the shortcut in order to become successful, to become famous. And you see that with so many celebrities like Katt Williams and those who had refused to get those shortcut, and they get punished for it, right? And to me in life, integrity is very important, right? When you have integrity, and sometimes you have to be willing to take the L, which is what Katt Williams done. He was willing to take the L, and for him to actually be able to be where he wanted to be, but still with his integrity intact. Same thing with Dave Chappelle. Same thing with a lot of other comedians that had refused to take the shortcut. And now look at them. Look at all these people that took the shortcut. Look at how their lives are crumbling.
Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Katt Williams. Katt Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress. You know,
he called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why? I'm just trying to make it. Why are you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress. So the Awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. You sit down, man. Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how Diddy's falling apart. The Epsteins and the Weinstein and all these pervert in Hollywood that was either, you know, blowing people's back out over contract or getting their back blown out over contract. Oh my God. But what do you guys think about the whole Katt Williams scenario? What do you guys think about this? And let me know down below in the comment section. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?